Friends, Srimad Bhagavad Gita is such a unique book in which the essence of life is hidden. There is a book which has been translated into more than 175 languages around the world. The person who reads and understands Srimad Bhagavad Gita with a calm mind becomes free from the ups and downs of the world and his mind becomes stable. What I mean to say is that the amount of emotion that is filled in Srimad Bhagavad Gita does not come to the mind as much as it comes to the mind, and as much as comes to the mind does not come to the mind as much as it can be said. I know it, but I don't know it that much in writing. The glory of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is limitless. There are 700 verses in total, 18 chapters of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in which mainly the path of knowledge, karma yoga and devotion has been explained. By following these paths, a person definitely becomes entitled to the highest position or success in life. Today we have brought for you a description of these 30 very important teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is very important for every person to understand. Friends, about 5,000 years ago, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, on the day of Sunday Ekadashi, Srimad Bhagavad Gita sermon was delivered. Lord Shri Krishna, through Arjuna, preached Srimad Bhagavad Gita to the world. Hearing the teachings of Shri Krishna, Arjuna moved towards achieving his goal. Solution to every problem of life is found in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Every word of Shri Krishna is precious. If we implement it in our life, then surely there will never be any sorrow in our life, and the person will definitely achieve victory in all his work. Precious teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which show a new path to life. So let us understand these 30 very important teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The first sermon of Shri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the cause of all sorrows is considering someone as one's own. If we are able to understand the cause of our sorrows, it will be very easy for us to remove them. After this there will be ultimate peace in life and flowers of happiness will bloom all around us. Have you ever wondered why we get worried? Many times it happens that a person feels very sad, but he is unable to understand the real reason for it. The reason for this is that we are most troubled by the people, situations and events around us. The reason for all your sorrows is your attachment towards any person or thing. You must have ever noticed that all the sorrows, all the troubles in your life are the reason for all the worries, where you have attachment, that this is mine, I have the right on this, and then from there the suffering starts in your life. When a human being is born, he is a child, then he does not need so many things. As a person grows up, his desires keep increasing. When a person is at a young age, he gets new toys to play with, or you go to shops and after seeing the toys, you feel like buying them because that is what you need at that age. As you grow up, your desires also start changing, like car, scooter, big house, and man remains unhappy because of his desires. Once upon a time, a man had a very big luxurious palace. He had spent his entire life's earnings and wealth in building that palace. Many people from the surrounding cities used to come to see his palace. Many big and rich nobles kept trying to buy his palace, but the man was so proud of his luxurious palace, which was his reason for living, that he was very fond of his luxurious palace. One day the man had gone to the market for some work, and when he returned home, he saw that his luxurious palace was on fire. Seeing his house burning in the fire, the man felt so sad that he said, "If this will no longer be my palace, then what will I do while still alive?" Extremely sad. The man tried to jump into the fire, but someone stopped him and said, "Brother, yesterday your son had made a deal for this palace with someone else." When the man came to know that his palace belonged to someone else, then all his worries went away, and like other people, he too started watching the spectacle of the burning palace. The man blessed his son standing in front of him and said, "Son, by making this deal yesterday itself, you saved my entire life's capital." But his son says, "I had gone to make the deal of this palace with the businessman, but now the merchant has not finalized the deal." When his father heard that the deal for the palace had not yet been finalized, he again started crying bitterly and beating his chest. Friends, now the palace is the same, the person is also the same, but when the palace is mine, then it gives sorrow as well as happiness. But when the palace is not mine, I have no relation with it, all those sorrows go away. Similarly in our life, if we accept human relationships or things as our own, then all our sorrows begin from there, every trouble begins from there, the cause of all your sorrows is some person or thing. Have to accept it as our own. The first sermon of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is that, as soon as you accept any person or thing as the reason. Second sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita,
अवश्यमेव भोक्तव्यं कृतं कर्म शुभाशुभं की.
One will have to suffer the consequences of one's deeds, no matter how clever one is, but one day everyone will be hit by the stick of deeds. One should give up the desire for results and concentrate on one's actions, because whatever actions a person performs, his results will also be the same. Therefore one should keep doing good deeds. If you have done good deeds, knowingly or unknowingly, only those good deeds of yours can save you in difficult times. If you have done wrong deeds, have committed any sin, then you will definitely be punished for that. No matter how secretly a person commits any sin, no matter how clever he is, but it is said that nothing can be hidden from God, because God's eye cameras are installed all around, every moment of our actions. But God keeps his vision intact. Every action of ours will be accounted for when the time comes. Once upon a time, two friends lived in a village. They both thought that we would not be able to earn money while living in this village, so they both went to the city to earn more money. They lived in the city for a few years. He earned a lot of money, then thought, now we should go back to our village. We have earned enough money that now we will not lack any luxuries throughout our life. Those two friends take the money and head towards their village. Both friends were traveling in their bullock cart. It became night on the way. They thought, let us rest here tonight. A friend said, I protect the money by staying here, you go to the market and arrange for food. When a friend went to the market, he felt guilty and thought, we have earned so much money, if I kill my friend here in the forest, then all the money will be mine. I will not have to give half of this money to my friend. He got greedy in his mind and mixed poison in his friend's food. His friend, after eating the poisoned food, died. The man returned to his home with all the money. After some time, a son was born in his house, but his son was very sick since birth. Friends, when the wheel of time turns, the sins come back. Same thing happened with that person and his sins came back. Whatever money he had earned in his life, all that money started getting exhausted in the treatment of his son. Gradually his son grew up and his money also got exhausted. One day the father said to his son, Son, due to your illness, all the money I had earned in my life was spent on your illness, but still your health is not good. Then his son said, Which son and which father? I am the same friend of yours, whom you had killed by poisoning in the forest. I have come to your house as a son to settle the account of my sinful deeds. Now my account has been settled with you. So now my life ends here. The teachings of Srimad Bhagavad Gita teach us this. No matter how cunning and clever a person thinks himself to be, if he has committed any sinful deeds, if not today then tomorrow, he will have to suffer the consequences of those deeds. Any person, you cannot escape without experiencing your karma definitely comes back. The third sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita is that one should live in the present time, stop worrying about tomorrow, because whoever is lost in his past or his future will never be happy in life. You can get happiness in your life only when you can live in your present life. It is wise to enjoy your present time. Yesterday and tomorrow have no real existence. It exists only in your intellect and your thoughts. It has no reality. You only live it inside your mind and intellect. But the moment you live in reality, it is your today, it is your ongoing present. If you keep your mind and intellect stuck in your tomorrow, then you will keep yourself stuck in your past, present and future, due to which you will never be happy. So if you want to be happy in life, then try to live in today's present moment. Fourth sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, whoever does wrong or commits sin against you, he must be punished for his wrongdoing. If you continue to tolerate him, that person will continue to do more wrong to you. If you continue to tolerate him, you will also become a partner in his sin. Friends, Arjuna says to Sri Krishna, that those with whom I am going to fight, all of them are my own brothers and sisters, some of them are my teachers. How can I take up weapons in front of them? How can I kill them? Then Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, those whom you consider as your own, They are all unrighteous, they all stand in favor of sin, and if Arjun, you do not kill them or fight a war, then there will be no more people in the society. Sin will also start increasing. Unless someone stops such sinners, such people commit even more sins. When these unrighteous people commit any sin or unrighteousness with you, it hurts you and hurts you. If you continue to bear all that silently, then it gives more strength to the other person and they consider you weak. Starts misbehaving with you. But if you stop what he has done, his wrongdoing, or oppose his wrong behavior, then that person understands well to stay within his limits. Friends, this is Kali Yuga. If you want to be happy in this world, then you will have to protect yourself. If someone does wrong to you, then you should never tolerate it, but should oppose it. The fifth sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, never get too attached to anyone. Sri Krishna says to Arjun, even if a person conquers the whole world, even after conquering the world, his attachment will never end. Hence the cause of all our sorrows is attachment. Attachment leads to ignorance and problems in life. Dhritarashtra was so enamored with Duryodhana that he supported his son in every wrongdoing. Because of Dhritarashtra's son's attachment, he could not see anything, right or wrong, due to which everything of Kaurava was ruined. Friends, you should not trust any person more than necessary. Because of attachment, many people keep dying for a person. And due to this attachment, despite being insulted, they do not see anything. No matter how much that person insults you, it will not matter to you because your eyes are blinded by such ignorance and lies that you cannot see anything wrong. You do not see the real face of such a person, you accept the same lie as truth, no matter how much pain that person is giving you. Therefore, to understand the real truth of a person properly, it is very important that you should come out of the trap of his attraction as soon as possible. Sixth sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, don't do what everyone else does, do what's right for you. Don't do anything that everyone else does, rather do what is right for you. Swadharm Nidhanam Shreya Paradharmo Bhastak. Sri Krishna says to Arjun, Arjun, it is your duty to do what is suitable for you. Never do such work which all the people of this world do. Arjun tells Sri Krishna that it is better to become a monk rather than causing destruction in the war. On this, Sri Krishna tells Arjun, becoming a monk is not your duty nor your religion, you are a Kshatriya, this is your duty and your religion. That is, you destroy unrighteousness and protect religion. Similarly, every human being has a different duty, a different path. A person should never go on such a path where the crowd of all the people is going. Do not do such work which all the people of this world do. But nowadays it is a custom, what everyone does, so we are also doing the same. If you also do what everyone does, then you will remain anonymous somewhere in the crowd of this world. But if you do what is suitable for you, in which the knowledge of your talent is hidden, then even in the crowd of people of this world, you will get a unique identity of your own. Seventh sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the story of Mahabharata is betrayed by our own people. In life, even our own relatives betray a person, because they are well aware of your weakness. Outsiders cannot betray you, because they do not know much about you, where you are hurt. Have to deliver. But those who are close and special to you, with whom you have a very deep bond, they know your weakness. What should they do that can hurt you, due to which these people can let us down, cause us pain? Can give. Friends, in this Kali Yuga, we have to be cautious not of outsiders, but of those who are our own. The war of Mahabharata was not fought between two different kings, but between brothers of the same family. All of them were people of the same lineage. How many times did Duryodhana try to kill Bhima by poisoning him? Who knows how many times Duryodhana tried to kill the Pandavas? Had tried to kill him. Duryodhana was not a stranger, he was the brother of the Pandavas. All the fights mostly take place inside the house, very few fights take place outside. Most of us have all the fights at home, that's why you get hurt, only he. People can betray, only those people can betray you, who are your own. Eighth sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the person who cannot protect himself, even God cannot protect him. Lord Sri Krishna says to Arjun, Tasmat sarveshu kailshu mam anusmar yuddha cha, Mayi arpit mana buddhi mam eva esyasya samsam. Therefore, O Arjun, you should remember me all the time and fight, because by devoting your mind and intellect to me, even if you attain martyrdom in the war, you will attain me in every situation. On this Arjun says, you always remember me and keep fighting. What is the meaning of always fighting? Then Sri Krishna said to Arjun, that life is a battlefield. In this life happiness and sorrow will come and go, and since man has to face his have to fight bravely. Sri Krishna did not say that you sit quietly and I will fight. There is great depth in the knowledge of Gita. Friends, God is holding the thread of our life, but we have to fight the battle ourselves, but we have to keep remembering God. Oh God, please give me strength, give me understanding, give me wisdom, so that I can live my life. I can win all battles, I can walk on the right path in life. Man has to fight his own battle. Those who say that we will not do anything, God will do everything. Even God himself gets scared after seeing such a lazy person. God has given man intelligence and understanding. God gives you inspiration and strength, but man has to protect himself. Ninth sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Don't let yourself develop any bad habit that can ruin your life. Story of Yudhishthir. Keep yourself away from any such wrong and dirty habit, such habit which can ruin your life. If we see, the beginning of Mahabharata war started due to a very dirty habit. The whole real game of Mahabharata war started from there, when there was such a dirty habit of gambling, in which Yudhishthir put his own brothers at stake. And to his own wife, Yudhishthir lost in gambling. Such is the intoxication of winning, when a person loses everything. Similarly, in our real life, when we adopt any such bad habit in our life, be it drug addiction, gambling or mobile addiction in modern life, such bad habits which have the power to ruin a person's life, if such bad habits are not given up as soon as possible, then it will not take much time for everything to be ruined. Get rid of any bad habit of yours before it harms you. 10th sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. A lazy person can never achieve anything in his life. These people just keep making plans, that I want a big house, I want a big car, I want to travel all over the world, I don't know what else I want. Every person thinks about such things, but for this a person has to work hard, but lazy people do not do this. Friends, it is very easy to desire something, but very difficult to achieve it. Everyone wants a good fit body, but it requires exercise, which you have to do yourself. A person who sits lazy neither gets a good body nor a good life, so if you want to achieve something in life, remove the word na from your life. Because of laziness you will not get anything. So it is not so, rather you will lose whatever you have. 11th sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You will keep what is yours and stop crying for what you did not get. Friends, if you want to be happy in your life, then give up the desires of your mind. Many people say that we want a lot in our life, but are unable to do anything. You also know everything about what can make our life better. Hence there are many things which can cause harm in our life, but still we keep trying to achieve it. This happens because because you have become a slave of your mind. There are many people who are unable to become thin because of their taste and say that they want to be fit but are not getting success. You don't do what you should do. Your mind, despite knowing everything, doesn't let you do anything, so if you want to move forward in life, then stop following your mind. You should do what is right for you. 12th sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you want happiness in life, then give up the slavery of your mind. You will definitely get what is yours, and stop crying over what you have not got. The more you try for anything or thing, the more that thing or thing will go away from you, and what you really want to get, you will definitely get it somewhere. What is the use of regretting what you are not achieving in life or have not achieved? So stop crying about it. 13th sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The more you love the world, the more sorrow and pain you will experience in life. Friends, the very nature of life is like a raging stormy ocean. We should learn the art of living life without getting distracted by the shocks of the waves or the deep depths. The more you love the things of this world, the more you will experience sorrow and pain in life. 14th sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Friends, a person who gets extremely angry on small things can never have happiness and peace in his life, because the person who is very angry, all his friends also leave him. That person becomes restless in his mind. He keeps burning, he lives with the pain and suffering in his mind. By getting too angry, by getting too angry. Whatever you have gets destroyed one day. Such a person will never get peace in his mind. Hence, if you want happiness and peace in your life, then talk to others. But one should stop getting angry. 15th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Friends, whether you want to help someone or not, but you should never hurt anyone intentionally, because when someone's heart hurts because of you, then you definitely get happiness for a short time. But remember one thing. Keep in mind, time never remains the same, it always keeps changing. You too will definitely get such an unbearable pain one day, because when you hurt someone's heart, one day the punishment for your deeds will definitely come back. It comes, those who hurt others, they also have to suffer later in their life. 16th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the one who supports you in difficult situations and times of sorrow. Only he is yours, all the rest are strangers. There are many people who pretend to be close and talk big, who say that we are very dear to you. Love, if there is any sorrow, any problem in your life, please remember us. Having said this, such people talk a lot about pain and suffering, such people talk about their pride and glory, but when you will actually face trouble in your life, then you will understand that there is no one to support you. Who is standing with you? Because in times of trouble many people run away. These people know that if this person has come to us, he will only ask for help from us. He will not be able to give us anything. People maintain a relationship with you only when you can give them something. They can get some benefit from you, but when people come to know that they will not get any benefit from you, rather they will have to help you, so those people run away from you. Therefore, only the one who stands with you in your difficult times is yours. Everyone else in this world is a stranger, because no one becomes yours just by saying he is yours. 17th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Whatever happened in your life, happened for good. Whatever is happening in your life, is happening for good, and whatever will happen in future, will be for good, although it is a very deep thing to understand. There are some things in life, seeing which we think, why did this happen to me? Was all this meant to happen to me? But when time slowly passes and one day we understand, that if all this had not happened to us, we would not have been at this stage today. If all this had not happened to me, then perhaps our life could have been ruined even more, if we understand whatever is happening in our life. If all that is happening for good, then we will always be happy in life. 18th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Doing every work very efficiently and intelligently is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is such an experience of skill that many of us do such work but do not achieve anything in life. Very people say that we work very hard, but still we are not achieving success in life. Even after doing a lot and working very hard, we do not get success, so do it in the right way, with understanding. By working, you will definitely get success one day in life. 19th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. A man should never overdo anything or work. He should not do anything beyond limits. Similarly, do not love anyone beyond limits and do not hate anyone beyond limits. This is why just like being too sweet is bad, being too bitter is also bad, and too much rest will make you sick. Eating too much food will also make you sick, and staying awake too much is also bad for you. It is harmful. Man should live life with balance. As soon as you lose balance in your life, accidents start happening in your life. 20th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you give more importance to a person than necessary, that person will never give importance to you. Have you ever noticed that the people who insult you are the same people whom you give the most importance to? Respecting others is a good thing, but if you respect others too much, then you lose respect in their eyes. That is why you should never tell anyone everything about yourself, nor more than necessary. I should make it as if you are my everything. As soon as you make someone your everything, you become nothing to that person. Hence people should be given respect only as much as they can digest. Giving too much respect means you get yourself insulted. Had been 21st Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Instead of worrying about what will happen in the future, one must have faith. You should know your own value. Unless you value yourself, why will anyone else value you? 22nd Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. One should not trust anyone blindly. Duryodhana tried many times to kill the Pandavas by conspiring, and because of the Pandavas following the path of religion, they repeatedly fell prey to Duryodhana's words. It is another matter that Lord Krishna himself had protected him. Duryodhana, whom the Pandavas considered as their brother and their own, wanted to kill him. That's why, while trusting, keep your eyes open, because you should be careful when someone close to you breaks your trust. 23rd Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You should always avoid fighting with others in life, but when it comes to respect for your character and rights, you should definitely fight. Arjuna did not want to fight the war of Mahabharata, because his own family members were standing in front, but Sri Krishna preached to him that here it is not a matter of war, but of honor and character. Arjuna, it is your right, which Draupadi. You should never tolerate the insult to the character of the Kauravas, the sin they committed in the gathering, the great injustice they committed. Therefore, when it comes to your character and your honor, even if it is yours or your own, you must fight with it. 24th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. No matter how bad times come to you, a person should not lose courage in life. If a person wants, he can achieve everything, like when Pandavas lost everything in gambling, and Pandavas had to go into exile for 12 years. And also got exile for a year. Pandavas lived their life by taking alms, kept wandering here and there in the forests among the terrible animals, but even after passing such a difficult time, in the end Pandavas won because he did not let any lack of courage come within him. Similarly, no matter how difficult times come in your life, if you have courage, victory will be yours. 25th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If anything or object belongs to someone else, never claim it as your own, never take possession of it, just as Shikuni, by conspiring, separated the Pandavas from Hastinapur and gave them the kingdom of Kandavprastha, where even the land became nomadic. It was a land where nothing could grow, but the Pandavas transformed that barren land into such a magnificent and beautiful city that even Hastinapur seemed pale in front of it. Seeing the grandeur of the Pandavas, Duryodhana started burning from within. He, by making many conspiracies, Kandavaprastha was snatched away from the Pandavas. They took possession of the things over which the Kauravas did not have the right. The end result was that the things which the Kauravas had also did not remain with the Kauravas. Therefore, you should never take possession of something that is not yours. 26th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Only that person is considered successful in his life, who is always happy from inside. Most of the people, from outside they appear happy, but from inside they are full of unrest. If someone has achieved a lot of money and success, but if he is not happy from within, then that success is not real. Real success is considered only when your mind is happy from within. 27th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. As you experience, your mind and intellect will be the same, you will act in the same way, you will conduct yourself in the same manner. With sattvic experience, your mind will also be sattvic, your behavior will be sattvic, your thinking will also be good. Tamaguni and Rajaguni diet. By doing this, your intelligence will also be the same, you will also work in the same way. Sri Krishna has described these three diets in detail in Bhagavad Gita, Sattvic, Rajasi and Tamasi, but the person who eats sattvic food definitely gets happiness and peace in life. 28th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. A bad person can never leave the path of evil. No matter how well you treat him, he will always hurt you, so treat him as he is. No matter how well you treat a bad person, he will never become good. Duryodhana had gone to the forest to kill the Pandavas, but there the Bills caught Duryodhana, and Duryodhana's friend Karna also ran away, leaving him behind. The Bills wanted to kill Duryodhana, but Yudhishthir, to protect his brother, he reached there and saved his life, but even then Duryodhana was always at the receiving end of the Pandavas. 29th Sermon of Sri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The person who does not finish his work on time, that is, does not respect time, all the time of his life gets wasted, because time is your life. If you keep wasting time in vain, it will be useless. If you waste time in your work, you will not achieve anything in life, but if you want to achieve something in your life, then you must learn to value time. Sri Krishna's 30th Sermon in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. One who has the power of truth and God, even if the whole world turns against him, but in the end he wins. Srimad Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters and 700 verses. The last verse of Gita is, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara. Tatra Shurvijaya Buddhadruva Niya Termaturn, Dhritarashtra repeatedly asked Sanjay to tell him who was winning and who was losing in the war, because Dhritarashtra believed that the mighty great-grandfather Bhishma was on my side, Guru Dronacharya was on my side, Karna was also on my side. So who can defeat the Kauravas? On this, Sanjay tells Dhritarashtra that where there is God, where there is truth, victory is there, no matter how much power you have, but where truth and God stand with him, he will be defeated by the world. No power can defeat me, friends. Whoever listens and understands these 30 teachings of Gita daily, no matter how difficult the difficult times come in his life, he will definitely find a way out even in such difficult times. That's all for today, friends. Watch the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.